What's up, fellas? Your boy Raquel coming through some updates. Pumping on the Gran Habano Corojo number 5 this morning with a homemade or truck-made coffee. That's how we do it. Let you guys take a look at that thing. I can't get to resume, but it's a Gran Habano handmade Corojo number 5 from La Tabacalera Unidas and from Honduras. Picked up this beauty right here at my brick and mortar store right there at the ABC liquor stores. They always have, most of them have humidors inside, cigar humidors. You guys don't know. And this is about an $8 cigar right here. Very tasty. It's a Habano, my favorite kind of cigar. Pretty much the only kind of cigars I smoke are Habanos. I'll tell you guys, I wish I could just go to Cuba, sit down in one of those like cigar lounges and just buy, Cohibas. And it's nice. I mean, I know I can get them in other countries. America's the one that really can't get them, or one of those HP Upmans. But let's try one of those. I've tried Cohibas before, but the HP Upmans, man, I can't find those. But anyway, what your boy Raquel's been up to? Well, I'm currently in a different truck. My truck, I had parked my truck for a little while till I got back on my feet. I am not working on the Mountain Authority right now. Insurance is way too high with everything that's going on. I did. I went ahead and put a down payment for the insurance, even though I knew my CSA points had went up through the roof, or they were low, however it is that it goes, because of the situation that happened with the auto services for one of my drivers last year, an incident. So I tried, did down payment, did it for about 2 months. I just basically worked out the down payment. I wanted to test the waters, and with the market that we have right now, it just wasn't worth what I had to pay for insurance to keep running on Mountain Authority just so that I can say I'm running on the Mountain Authority. It just wasn't worth it. It was a smart business. So I put that down, and no, I am not a North American. I'm actually at a real good company right now. I'm very, very happy here. I'm not going to disclose the company. Some great info, a great tip. I'm going to tell you guys, man, if you guys want to watch a channel of a dude that's doing the right moves and he has good informative videos, you know what I'm saying, check out Trucking with Big Daddy. One thing that he said that hit me a couple weeks back, man, don't tell people where you at and what you're doing, because people, they will hate. Also, they'll want to come over where you're at, and what happens in that case is that ain't nothing wrong with looking out for people, you know what I'm saying, but basically don't represent companies, because you might say something good about a company one day and then it changes the next day. It just brings problems. So it's better to just stay, just gonna keep it to myself where I'm at right now. I am gonna tell you though that where I'm at right now is basically the same as working for myself. I book my own loads, and I only pay 10% to use the guy's authority. So basically I pay 10%, that's it, and I get 50% of the fuel charge if I use his fuel card. If I use my fuel card, then I get 100% of the kickback. But currently right now, I'm actually in the dude's truck. The company where I'm at right now, I'm in one of his trucks. When I came here the first week, I started, my oil cooler went bad, and that was pretty, I wasn't ready for that, and whatever, we got it repaired and went ahead and removed the EGR. I didn't even know that International had EGR. Removed the EGR and, basically put a brand new oil cooler. So the truck's running great. The International's running great. The Decepticon's running great, but I did go out with a week right after that, and then my transmission started slipping, and y'all know I got a brand new transmission, so I thought, damn, this transmission's not even a year old and it's already slipping. Like, all it needed was a clutch adjustment. I didn't know when you rebuild those transmissions like that, you got to be feeling for the clutch. If you feel the clutch is real high and tight, then it was literally 10 minutes to adjust it, $20. But I was just, I was hurt. I wasn't prepared for that breakdown. So I parked my truck. Been working for about the last, I want to say, month and a half, almost 2 months. about a month and a half. The last month and a half. No, about 2 months. For the last 2 months, I've been working for this in one of this guy's truck at a 50% deal that I'm doing with him, which is working out well for me. But this is my last week in his truck. I have been driving a 2009 Cascadia, Freightliner Cascadia, with a 13-speed tranny and a 14-liter Detroit 60 series motor. This truck is a beast, straight packed. I really fell in love with this truck. But pretty much got myself back on my feet, and it's time to get back to my own truck, to the International. Do have a driver coming over that's gonna start in this truck. And yeah, and I'm hauling reefer. I'm in the reefer game, fellas. And I'm gonna tell you, I was one that always avoided the reefer. You know, I never really did reefer. I was always a dry van guy, and hearing the stories, oh, the washouts, oh, the hours at the shippers, oh, the machine could break down. Now it's not just a truck, now the machine could break down as well, and then you lose your loads. And so I always stayed away from it. But I'll tell you right now, man, the reefer is where it's at. I mean, unless you're doing like heavy haul or something like that, reefer right now, I swear it's that. I swear it's that, bro. I mean, I'm getting it right now with this reefer game. And like I said, the dude, the owner of this company, you know, he's a real good dude. You know, he's been telling me for about a week. He's like, man, your truck's good, man. You know, because he's not one of these dudes that's selfish, like, oh, just drive my truck. You know, he wants me in my own truck. He wants me making money and be happy. Because you know, if the truck driver's happy, you're gonna be happy. You know, he's gonna stay in your company. And this guy, we have about 30 trucks. I'll tell you guys straight up, this company right here where I'm at, it's just the way Maybach was when I first started. The only difference is that I'm dealing with my people. You know, Maybach, they were Serbians, and they're great. And even still, look, I've talked about Maybach in the past, so I'll talk about them now. Maybach's a good company. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Maybach. They're a good company. You know, they've grown. They're not the Maybach that I joined back then. They've grown to, like, they're pretty big. I mean, they get once you got almost 500 trucks, you know, yeah, you're a big company. Maybach's about there. They're huge. You know, so Maybach's big, and which means hiring a lot more staff. People change, and the person that's running Maybach right now, I really don't get along with him too well. He's not. And when I started Maybach, you know, I know the owner of Maybach, you know, directly. And, you know, the dispatcher that I have always worked with, he's a boss now, so he's not dispatching. And I tried going back to Maybach. You know, I have my ways of working in Maybach, and it was just not the same for me. So I just decided to part ways. Now I'm still referring drivers to Maybach. Drivers still ask me about Maybach on my YouTube channel, and I always tell them yes, it's a good place to go. You know, Maybach is a good place, especially if you own your truck. If you own your truck, Maybach is a great place to go. They have that 18%. They have that deal right now where it's just 18%. I think you get 35% kickback fuel. It's a good place to work at. You don't get to put your loads on anything, but it's a good place to go to. But renting right now, or, you know, getting into a rental or lease at Maybach with the new trucks, or any company, not just Maybach, it's gonna be tough because, you know, especially driving, because Maybach's a driving company. It's gonna be tough because the rates are bad. But yeah, I still recommend Maybach to drivers that are new, you know, coming into the owner operator, you know, want to test out what it's like. It's a good place to go grow. When again, where I'm at right now, this is what Maybach used to be. They might be the only company drivers in this company are the ones driving the guy's trucks. And I think he only has about 5 trucks that are his. And I'm in one of them right now, but he doesn't have me as a company driver. He has me, you know, he has half of his trucks running company. The other half, he has them on the 50% deal, which is, there's no truck payment, there's no truck payments, there's no, basically, you know, he doesn't take no percentage out of it. So if the gross is 8,000, the gross gets split down the middle. So 4 for him, 4 for you, and out of that, you know, the fuel also gets split down the middle. So yeah, you know, it's, if you don't have a truck, it's a great deal. You're not responsible for maintenance except for tires. The tire blows, you go half on the tire, but half on tolls. You know, it's for me, it's better than being by the mile, and I get to book my own loads as well. But I'm gonna be going back to my own truck, where my truck, I only pay $13.50 for insurance a month, which is not bad. $13.50 for insurance a month, and then the trailer rental, and then you pay 10%. So when I get back in my truck, which is next week, I'll be getting back in my truck. Yeah, basically gonna be paying 10%, and here we pay our insurance. We pay our insurance on a trailer all in the first week. The first week of every month, we pay. The checks will be hit. We'll pay the full insurance and the full trailer. But the next 3 weeks of the month, all I'll be paying is 10% of the fuel. That's it. That's how it works over here. Again, I'm not gonna put the name of this company out there. I'm just not gonna do that no more. Like I said, it's a good tip that I got from one of the channels that I follow. I really like that channel, Trucking with Big Daddy. If you don't like people that are straight up, don't even go watch his channel, because that dude right there is straight up. It don't get more real than him. But I tell you, he's got, he's doing good for himself. He's growing, and that's good to see in the trucking world, man. I've been following him for a while now, and it's a good channel, man. Trucking with Big Daddy, man. That's I heard him say that, and I was like, man, you know what? He's right. He's right, boy. Don't tell people where you're at, what you're doing. Just do it, you know what I'm saying? And when you do it, make sure you make right decisions. I made some bad decisions. Not that I made my decisions, but I try to help people. You know what I'm saying? When I first opened my authority, I should have just kept it 100. I should have just kept me alone, at least the first year, you know what I'm saying? But I brought family members in, and you try to help people with it. What happens is they end up helping themselves, and then you get left helpless. The American Chief Trucking is open still. Everything, my authority is open. It's good. I just don't have insurance right now, so my insurance is, I basically didn't renew the insurance. I'm not gonna pay. I'll be transparent about that, guys, so you know what to look for. If you're opening your own authority, let's say, and you're a new company, and on the first year you get out of one of your drivers, or you yourself, you get out of services, you get into an incident. I had 2 out of services and 1 incident, and all of them by the same driver. And because of that, my insurance doubled. Actually, yeah, it basically doubled. I was paying, what was it, $1,490, I think it was, $1,500 per truck when I first opened my first year, and we were almost at $3,000. It was like 27 something, I think it was, a 2470. It was something like that. It was just not gonna work. I did try. I renewed when it was time to renew. I renewed, and it wasn't worth it. So I decided to just work out the deposit I made and go work somewhere else. And this company that I'm at, I'm happy. Paying 10% of my gross. This guy gives me 50% on fuel discount. Could fuel in any truck stop I want, the mom and pops, anyone I want. Book my own freight, and now I'm doing reefer. Now I started dry van, and when I came to drive for him in his truck, he put me on a reefer, and I already told him I want a reefer. I'm trying to stay in the reefer game, because that's where it's at right now. But fellas, I'm just giving you guys updates what's going on while I'm enjoying this delicious Gran Habano right here. Man, I know I put a video in a long time, but just been busy, man, doing things, things of life going on, and gonna start trying to get back on it. Plus, I really ain't been having nothing to report. I've been driving for, in this guy's truck for the last 2 months, and I was just doing changes. But there are things coming for the International. I can tell you right now, we're thinking about doing a custom bumper for the International. I think that's gonna come out banging. I'm gonna take you guys with me to do when we're doing that. I'm planning on doing some stuff on the inside. Like I'm planning on changing the colors of the inside. Planning on doing the floors. The International is gonna be coming. That's my truck right now, and that's what God blessed me with. That's what I'm doing. Plus, it's a great little truck. Those little Internationals are great trucks. Great little truck, and right now my engine's over 1 million miles. Still doesn't smoke. We're gonna run that till it dies. And then we're gonna make a decision whether we're gonna rebuild that Cummins ISX, or we're just gonna go ahead and throw Detroit in there. Honestly, I don't really see me rebuilding a Cummins ISX. And I'm gonna tell you, not to say that it's a bad motor. All motors have problems. The Cummins ISX, a lot of people don't like them, the red engines. I got the older model ISX. You have the older models, which were I think they were like the 03s to 07. Then you have the 08s that went on to like the teens, the 2000 teens. Those are the ones that give a little bit more problems. Then you got the Cummins X15, which I really haven't heard nothing bad about those. But I got the older model coming, ISX, and it's not a bad motor. I mean, mine has 1.7 million miles, and it's going. So, I personally, I'm a Detroit guy. I don't see me rebuilding that motor. I see me just throw a Detroit in there, but that's what it is, fellas. All right, fellas, we're going to cut this video. I'm going to keep enjoying the cigar right now. I'm currently getting unloaded. I got this refill load at -10. Over here, someplace in, I'm over here somewhere in Greensboro, North Carolina. I got 2 more stops. That's one thing. Reefer always has multiple stops, but it pays, boy. So that's what it is. Your boy Yakero. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll be starting next week in International. I'll make a video when I'm back in my truck as we do upgrades. That's what it is. It's your boy Yakero. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.